All right, hello wine drinking people. We're back with more of what I drank yesterday, and Old Bridge Cellars, an import company that brings great small family-owned wineries to the table from Australia, from all over the country. A really unique importer and some fabulous wines, and I've had the luxury of visiting several of these properties in my trips to Australia. And, you know, nice balance, too. Some of these Australian wines can be over the top and 16% alcohol. You know who you are, Molly Duka, Hookah Wooka. And, you know, I'm not a big fan of high alcohol wines just for the sake of being high alcohol. You know, they have to have balance. I love port. I love, you know, Madeira, other fortified wines. But some of the stuff from Australia is just too jammy, too ripe. Doesn't have the acidity. These wines, to me, are flash in the pan, not things that you want to keep around for long term. You know, the Garanimal wines, you want to drink them up, you know, as soon as possible. But this stuff, you know, most of the stuff in this portfolio, wonderful balance. All right, we started off with a Pinot Gris from the Yarra Valley. The Yarra Valley's down near Melbourne, and this is Innocent Bystander. Another thing they like to have is, you know, kind of catchy names, fun names from Australia. This guy had a light smoke and flinty kind of mineral nuance to the nose, fresh pear and apple-like fruit. This is owned by Bill Sexton, who is, you know, started Devil's Lair, and Giant Steps is another one of his projects there. This is kind of like a second label, I guess, to Giant Steps. And bright and fresh on the palate with a nice amount of fresh fruit in the mid-palate, something that Pinot Grigio from Italy sometimes misses, but still fresh at the end, leaving your tongue salivating for food, and some distinct minerality showing up there. Very good Pinot Grigio for $13.50. All right, the fastest growing varietal today, white, Pinot Grigio. Okay, Riesling from Victoria from Frisk Prickly Winery. Is that right? Frisk Prickly? Oh, no, it's Frisk, and it's Prickly Riesling. Okay. All right, well, I guess that refers to the little tongue tingle you get on your tongue when you drink this wine. A nice fruity bouquet, peaches, lime, citrus, pretty kind of white flowers, a touch of that stone-like minerality, that slate that you kind of get out of Riesling. Fresh and fruity on the tongue, though, light and playful style of Riesling, maybe a bit of residual in this, but still pretty fresh, a short finish, but a really good little crowd pleaser for $10.50. Are you kidding me? We sell wine that cheap here? Okay, Arenberg, one of the great properties of McLaren Vale, the Hammett Crab. And this wine's, the winery's in McLaren Vale, but this wine comes from Adelaide, the Adelaide Hills. You know, make good white wine in McLaren Vale, so they got to source it from other places. And this is a Viognier Marsanne blend, created in the style, you know, kind of the white Hermitages, and, you know, really lovely lychee nut and white peach fruit on the nose here, light stone and kind of salty nuance as well, a little anise spice and a floral nuance. Pretty complex nose, a slight oily texture on the tongue. Good amount of fresh fruit, though, showing up. Nice creamy texture, nice freshness in this wine, even though it had a lot of fruits. You know, fourth generation Chester Osborne has, you know, been running the show here. Kind of looks like Sammy Hagar, kind of acts like him a little bit. But these Aussies are a load of fun, man. I just can't wait to take my next consumer trip down to Australia. Very complex wine, and, you know, really excellent bottle of white from Australia. Man, not a lot of great whites that I've waxed poetic about from Australia, but this is a really nice Rhone-style blend. All right, coming up next, the Footbolt. That's right, folks. All the wines have catchy names. A lot of them. The Footbolt's the name of a racehorse that someone bet on and, you know, won the money to do something with, I'm guessing. But this is a thick and plummy style of Shiraz with lovely black earth, a little violet and floral notes. And, you know, even though thick and jammy, this wine still has got wonderful balance. One of the things I love about Arenberg's wines is they are balanced. Even though, you know, what do we go to Australia for? We go there because we like that rich, plummy, jammy fruit you get. But you have to have balance to me. That still, you have to have that freshness when you swallow the wine that make you want a second glass. And this Footbolt's got it. One of the best values that I've had this year in the Shiraz category from Australia at $19.50. All right, Penly Estate Condor Shiraz Cabernet from Coonawarra. Coonawarra's a little one-horse town, man. I visited that twice. There's like one hotel there. And but they do make great Cabernet. Probably the best Cabernet from Australia coming out of Coonawarra. So if you got a Shiraz, you better put a little Cabernet in it in Coonawarra, man. And this wine's got a lovely cigar box kind of spice to the currant and cherry fruit on the nose. Notes of licorice and some dried herbs here as well. A refined and more stylish Shiraz Cabernet here with a lovely zesty finish, really nice and fresh with that cigar box nuance coming through at the end. A really good little Cabernet Shiraz for under $20. All right, next up, John Duval's Plexus wine. John Duval, one of the former winemakers for Penfolds. We've had John in to do dinners when he was with Penfolds. A really nice fella, nice chap also. This is a blend of Grenache, Shiraz, and Mourvedre. And, lovely berry pie kind of fruit you get from that GSM blends. Lovely sweet balsamic, a little clay-like minerality shown to that floral nuance as well there. Smooth and silky texture on the tongue. Really drinking nicely. A solid core of that berry pie fruit, though. And lovely freshness, lovely balance. Even though big and jammy, still bright and fresh in the finish. Excellent juice, John. All right, coming up next, our friends from Metro Wine with a few things from France, of course.